Color correcting can change your entire makeup game, but most of us are just using it wrong. Let's fix that. These are 5 biggest mistakes people make with color correctors, especially if you've got brown skin. So let's get into it. You're using the wrong color for the wrong concern. If you've got redness on the skin, such as rosacea or reddish acne marks, use a green corrector. But if your skin looks dull overall, use a purple corrector. If you've got mild tones of blue or purple, a yellow corrector helps cancel it out. But if you've got hyperpigmentation, dark spots, or any discoloration, depending on how deep they are, you have 2 options. If you've got mild discoloration and hyperpigmentation like I do, use a peach corrector. But if you're a deeper skin tone and your under eyes are pretty dark and you've got deep hyperpigmentation, always go in with an orange corrector. The key is to always match your corrector to the issue you're facing and not just your skin tone. The next mistake is applying too much product. I see a lot of people caking on corrector like it's foundation. This is why your under eyes will always look grey, crusty, and even very cakey. Color correctors are pigments and they are not your base products. So instead of doing this, choose a corrector that matches your issue. Apply just where there's maximum discoloration. I like applying it here towards the outer corner of the eye. Now with my Anisa Beauty Eye Crescent brush, I'm going to dab that in place and then blend it out. A color corrector will always neutralize. You're not looking for coverage in it. And for it to look a bit natural, blend it out with your finger always. You also get different type of correctors on the market. I'm using a liquid one. It just depends on what kind of formula you're comfortable with. But with either of them, you always need to use less product. This is why you won't need too much concealer to then cover up your corrector. The balm correctors that I'm talking about are the Catrice Under Eye Brightener. These ones give you more of a natural finish. And I also like using the Ole Henriksen Vitamin CC stick under the eyes, as I've not experienced any cakiness or heaviness under it. The next big mistake that I hear and see is that the corrector is not blended properly at all. You know when you can see those harsh lines all over the face? The problem is if you don't blend those harsh edges, it'll show through your concealer no matter the coverage of it. That'll make your face look patchy and it'll look very uneven too. To completely avoid that, you can use a damp sponge, a good dense brush, or also your fingers, because that'll help melt the corrector into your skin. Your finger also helps warm up the product, so blending becomes easier. The next issue that I see or hear from people is that either they don't use a color corrector first and apply a concealer. The issue with that is if you've got very dark under eyes and you use a concealer, no matter the coverage, it'll look grey. And I've also heard that people just apply corrector and then don't go in with the concealer. The problem with both is that they don't look flattering at all. So the key is color correct first. Now you can apply a concealer either your skin tone or slightly brighter. Because you've corrected the darkness, there will not be any grayness. Concealer is used to give you coverage and a corrector is used to neutralize. You'll also notice you won't need too much of concealer and that'll give you a flawless coverage without you feeling too heavy or cakey. And just a quick tip with any concealer you have, after applying, let it sit for at least 30 seconds. Tap the product into the skin and this will give you maximum coverage from your concealer. Now you can see that the face is coming together pretty easily and with not much effort. And finally, mistake number 5, you're probably applying corrector on areas that don't need it. You don't need orange corrector on your whole under eye. Wherever you have discoloration, that is where your color corrector will go. The key is to spot correct, because the less product you use, the more natural and more smooth your base will look. So now you can see this is the before and this is the after. The face will look smooth, polished and ready to go as well. You can apply a skin tint after this, or you can go in with your foundation. But if you've made any of these mistakes that I've mentioned before, you're not alone. Trust me, we weren't taught all of this stuff. It was mostly for professionals. But now, hopefully after this video, you know much better. So whenever you're color correcting or you come across an issue, please watch this video. And if you've got any concerns or any further issues, leave them down in the comments. I'll be sure to try and reply to every one of you. So here we have come to the end of the video and I really hope you enjoyed it. I wanted to make a quick one for you so that you do not waste too much time and we just get to it point by point. And as always, if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.